Hey guys, it's Yuta. So I made a video explaining how original emoji came from old Japanese phones. And that's why your phone has a disproportionately high amount of Japanese emoji. And that's also true for food. So in this video, we're gonna see how many Japanese food emoji you can identify. Now, some of them are pretty easy for you guys, but I will talk about them too because there are some details that can be pretty interesting. So let's get started. So this emoji is obviously ramen, but can you tell what kind of ramen this is? Well, based on the bowl, you can tell this is an old style ramen and the broth is either shoyu or miso. So you can see this type of ramen in a traditional family-owned ramen restaurant, which is different from a modern fancy ramen shops that you see on the ramen magazine. And the next one is, of course, an onigiri, or a rice bowl. This is a popular lunch food in Japan because it's easy to carry around and you always see them in a convenience store. But how about this one? And this is not an onigiri. It's actually a senbei, or a rice cracker. And it's a pretty popular traditional Japanese snack. In some places you can try freshly grilled senbei, so if you see them, give it a try. This one is obviously sushi, but can you tell what kinds of sushi? Well, the red one is tuna and the orange one is salmon. And I noticed that in American continents, at least, when people say sushi, they're talking about rolls. But in Japan, when we say sushi, we mean this type of nigiri sushi. Okay, so this one is obviously white rice. But you can also tell that this is probably Japanese or maybe Chinese because of the way it's served. Because we use this type of ceramic bowl. Rice is pretty common around the world, but I think most of the time they just serve it on a plate. Now, you probably know what this one is. This one is bento, or a lunchbox. It's pretty common for Japanese parents to cook bento for their kids. But grown-ups also buy bento from convenience stores or bento shops. And major train stations often sell their own original bento. Now, can you tell what these are? They are a sake set. The big one is called tokkuri, and the small cup is called ochoko. And this is a popular way of serving sake in Japan. And how about this one? And can you tell what this is? This is Naruto. It's basically fish paste and it's a popular topping for ramen. And of course it's where the name of the character Naruto came from. And this one is obviously a sweet potato. But I think it's a roast sweet potato which is popular in East Asia. In Japan, you often see a food truck selling roast sweet potatoes during winter. Now, can you tell what this one is? This one is oden, which is a variety of food cooked in Japanese broth. And it's also a popular convenience store food. Some of the popular ingredients are daikon, konnyaku, hanpen, and boiled eggs. So can you tell what this is? Well, this is Japanese curry. Now, there are many dishes around the world that are called curry, but this is the Japanese version, which is based on the British version of Indian food. So it has a lot of history in it. And in Japan, people usually use these curry cubes to cook curry, which is a very easy way to cook. So it's a popular food to cook when you don't feel like spending too much time cooking. Now, how about this one? This one is dango, or sweet dumplings. Now, dango has many variations, but this kind of three-color version is probably the most representative. Now, can you tell what this is? This is a breaded fried shrimp, which is actually considered Western food in Japan, but apparently it's actually originally Japanese. So I guess it's just one of those made-up foreign foods in Japan. In fact, we have a lot of Western foods in Japan that are actually originally Japanese. They were just inspired by Western food. So, can you tell what this is? This is kakigori, or shaved ice. It's basically just shaved ice with some syrup and is popular at Japanese festivals. Again, some other Asian countries have similar things, but in Japan, the most popular one comes with a pretty artificial type of syrup. For example, this is supposed to be a strawberry flavor, but it doesn't have any strawberry in it. So this one is obviously green tea, which isn't exclusively Japanese, but it's pretty popular in Japan, and unlike the British tea, we serve it in a ceramic cup without a handle. But nowadays, the most popular way of consuming green tea in Japan is probably in a plastic bottle. Now, can you tell what this is? This is a gyoza, or dumplings. Again, it's originally Chinese, and I can't really tell if this emoji is the Japanese version or the Chinese version. The Japanese version is grilled, but the Chinese version I think is steamed or boiled. But both are really good. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I love how specific each emoji is. But the thing is, there are so many Japanese foods that are not popular outside Japan, but they can be really good. So if you come to Japan, you should try them. But I think many of those local restaurants don't have an English menu. So it's better to speak Japanese, and if you want to learn Japanese with me, I can send you some free Japanese lessons by email, so click the link and subscribe to my email group, Japanese with Yuta. Alright, see you guys soon. Ciao ciao!